Doran in the game, you could trust that they will have that. But if things don't go well early, if they do find themselves falling significantly behind, it's going to be so difficult to catch up.
Yeah, certainly a lot of scaling elements in the KT lineup as well, but as you mentioned, the front-to-back scaling, team fighting composition here from Nongshim is actually looking pretty good. So I think if this turns into kind of a lull-statey kind of game that goes the distance, you know, maybe KT can push it out because they have, you know, right now what looks to be the better roster. They're playing a little bit better, but I think that Nongshim have set themselves up for just success. You know, it's not a difficult kind of a composition to run. I think they can kind of sit back and wait and see what happens. So let's see what happens ourselves. Game number 1 of Match 30.
Nongshim understanding the strengths of their team, and you love to see it.
Yeah, it is definitely good to see. This is not something you're going to like if you are a Nongshim fan. It's, of course, Doran already laying in the hurt up in the top side. Taking great trades, looking for more here. Oh man, he interrupts the dash. The flash has to come out from Rich, otherwise he was about to get Goomba stomped there. And,
from Blank, they really want to get priority on this Drake right now.
And you know, we've got the Olaf here as well, as multiple roots are landing. They think they're baiting them in, but actually, can Blank actually do enough damage here? They are poking back, and you know that the range advantage here from the Senna is pretty nice, but the 3-man root is huge coming in. Zeus in a bit of trouble, and it doesn't feel like KT have the damage right now against this Olaf, who is level 6, and just runs straight at them, and that is going to be first blood for the Olaf. Yeah, they're going to have to call in Peanut to help push, otherwise Bay would just be in an awful spot, and he's going for it anyway. That's just an easy flash gained.
And are they just going to give this up? He wants the solo instead.
Yeah, he's got flash. This is the easiest scoop you've ever seen. It's like a scoop of ice cream. Easy peasy. Just gets that, and it feels like it took a little bit long, though, because the smite is going to come in here. Peanut will be able to take this objective, but now, Blank not in the best spot. They want to burst him down, and immediately he will go down, but Olaf will as well, and the Lantern has to come out here just to save Rich. Let this bottom lane go. They don't want to get caught in a counter gank situation. They don't want to lose more down here. So I think they're just going to let this one go. But we do have the engage coming in. Double Flay and Hybrid again in a rough spot here. Zeus does have flash, but he's just going to spit out Hybrid. And there is no getting away from this Olaf. He is just, he's too strong at this point in the game. Smacking face. And again, they shouldn't have even walked up to the lane because that kind of thing can happen. We got more action up here on the top side, though, as the teleport is going to come in.
Rich lives.
Doran, yeah,
it's the orange
will have to back away, but they now have UCAS. So let's see what they want to do here. It is 3-on-2 for now, and it looks like KT will just take the passive approach and back away.
You're going to see from Duckdom as that front line comes through. So you get another Rift Herald charge here. The mid turret is going to go down. This game feels like it's fallen away from KT. Like it's just going to be so hard to catch back up. They have to play so safe, and Nongshim is not giving them any inches here.
It's, well, okay. This might just be it. We have a massive engage now. Both of them are just so dead. And look at UCal and Doran. They're halfway up the lane by themselves. This is still pushing. They're going to take down the inhibitor turret here as well. Now they'll just look to engage onto UCal and Doran. He is just going to get knocked up and blown to pieces eventually.
Peanut's chasing. UCal is
they're going to flash after, and he is dead. Thumbs up comes out from Peanut. They'll give that kill to Kellen.
Risky fight where UCal could get value, so why not just take the entire map? In fact, cut UCal in half here. Cut him off, rather.
Yeah. TP comes in. UCal... Well, okay. He's going to look to actually trade it here on the Bay, but the Emperor's Divide just kind of...
This is KT's last stance here. Their last stand. Their last team fight. Not even going to get the lick there.
Yeah.
Horn.
We have one item for the Senna. We'll see what that does, as Tom Kench is pretty much dead. Yep, see you later. Gets clapped. And that's a great pick. You know, a lot of poke damage actually does come out from the side of KT, but now it's 5v4.
UCal.
Yeah, they're going to try to engage onto him, and he gets caught once again. Nice Orianna ultimate in the front line as well. Here comes Doran trying to go 1v5 essentially, but just not enough follow-up. Blank doesn't do any damage. Hybrid doesn't do any damage. The flash comes out. UCal's going to get a really big damage number here, poking over the wall about 5,000 times, but at the end of the day, he'll just get blasted. And now everybody's running away with their tail between their legs.
Yeah, Yukal.
Trying to get that root off and just runs away.
Yukal's trying to put the team on his back and carry, but the deficit is too big. The team is too heavy and task for KT. Like, how do you defend this Baron against Duckdom's insane clear speed? Look at Rich's positioning. He doesn't have Ornhorn, but he can almost by himself just zone out the entirety of KT Rolster. Doran's too far away. They stopped the Baron, but...
Doran. Here comes Predator Thresh. There's the play, and okay, well, he actually flashed there. He's gonna get over the wall, and actually he has done a nice amount of damage. He's going for Duckdom, but at the end of the day, that's not the play. A little bit too much protection that time.
Is there a play, though? You know, that's the question here for KT. They tried their best. Yukal tried to put this team on his back. They fell too far behind. It's a great draft from Nongshim, you know. And I don't think Duckdom is going to get Aphelios anymore in this series. A common red R1, R2 on red side. I don't think he's going to get it.
Yeah, well, you would hope so. I would imagine that after this game, KT will reorder their priorities here in the draft, at least against this team. And yeah, that's going to be the Baron going the way of Nongshim. Yukal, it's almost like he's having fun, you know? He's just trying to trade up there.
Got all the turret plates. And that's enough for a lead that is just going to close this game out.
Yeah, looks like it. They're just going to chop down these turrets, and it doesn't look like there's anything they can do, especially because the Azir is dead. The Tahm Kench looking as useless as always as we go, because what we saw in that game did not work. Just got overrun by Peanut and the gang.
Look at the damage.
See from these numbers.
Yeah, the damage here for Yukal is second highest in the game. A really big performance from Peanut on the Olaf. Helped get that early advantage on the bot side of the map, but I mean, the draft just didn't work together. They just couldn't actually find these fights. The Aatrox pick ended up being another weird one, right?
Welcome back to the last match of the week, and Nongshim was able to accelerate really fast, and they were able to lock down that victory up against KT Rolster. Nongshim Red Force, they had this first pick Olaf, and KT answered back with Senna Tahm Kench. Nongshim is still sticking to this Aphelios Thresh comp, which is really strong during the lane especially. I think KT was trying to kind of play around Yukal because he is on his best form, so they wanted to give this Azir on the hand of Yukal. So Azir has this sustainable damage during the team fight, so they wanted to just kind of support and boost the power of Azir with the Senna pick. But because KT lost the bottom lane skirmish in the early phase so hard, they were not able to actually come back online. Mei also had a huge priority on the mid lane, but still Azir was also able to put up a good fight into Orianna, but the problem was the accident that happened on the down on the bottom lane. And then since Nongshim got this lead, they kept playing around Olaf, and they were able to actually solidify their lead as time went by. I think this might be the final game, or maybe the last game we see Aphelios Thresh comp coming in, because these duos are just too strong in lane. So let's take a look at this highlight. So Azir makes a rotation to the downwards, and they spotted the location of Olaf, but we saw a diamond fight breaking out on this bottom lane. Both teams had heads up for this potential upcoming bottom skirmish. I think this was a winnable fight for both teams, but it looked like at first it was a very hard and all-in trade coming out from both teams, but then Kellyn on Thresh re-engaged and found a huge knockdown onto multiple opponents. Well, even though Duckdom made a minor mistake with that hill going to the Thresh, well, Nongshim still was able to win that fight. Aphelios Thresh versus Senna Tahm Kench. About this matchup, this is one of the classic duos going down to the bottom lane. And those two comms are actually strong when they get to push the lane faster. So as long as Thresh and Aphelios gain this priority, they can actually make some kills during the laning phase. And on the other hand, Senna and Tomkin can also put in a lot of damage with that lane priority. But in this game, Tokdam and Kellen was the one grabbing that solid lead during the lane phase. And let's take a look at this fast-paced macro of Nongshim Red Force with the player's voice. Players are calling that they can actually commit for a turret dive it or an ult. Senna no flash. Let's just raise the turret. Let's turn for a fight. That's Senna. And let's go for another charge. The 0 TP in the back. Let's actually turn to fight. Please tank the aggro. What's a 0? No flash. No, actually, just used his flash. What was that? Why does Thresh get the kill? It's true. No kills allowed for support. As we could hear from the voice chat, they were really sharp making that calls based on the evidence. They had this information that Senna was down with her flash, and they were very aware of the fact that they have this huge power to seize the opponent turrets. And we saw that Nongshim can actually go for this kind of fast-paced plays. And the communication is really on point because they actually make a call whenever they are casting their skills. I think that's a really good sign for a team with good communication, so I think we can expect even more from Nongshim in the later splits. Now let's take a look at the player of the game. And it's gonna be Kellen and Thresh. Even though he got that kill in the mid lane fight, well, it was a very clean performance coming out from the support player on the side of Nongshim Red Force. I think this was the most decisive moment for Nongshim and also for KT Roster. This is the beginning where KT lost their bottom lane priority, and that re-engagement, even committing his flash in order to find two-man knockup with his skill was really critical. And also really nice pick onto Senna, and he kept playing around and rotating with Olaf, Peanut together. And also, it is true that top side players on the side of Nongshim was actually having a bit of a rough time, but Olaf and the bottom duos were able to even out the game and make them help them make back to the game. 4 out of 9 over to Kellen. Olaf also having the highest damage output in the game, also picked up 3 votes, and also Aphelios was able to get 2 votes as well. Nongshim Red Force, they have some tough matchup upcoming in the next week, so let's find out if they can solidify their momentum.